Hello friends, welcome to this video in which I will show you how I created Together AI image generator. Basically this is a workflow in which you have different options to generate AI images using Flux Pro, as you can see on the page of Together AI. And basically what I did was a workflow in which we can input three different properties: the prompt, the width and height. There are some inputs which user has to enter to generate the AI image. In this case, prompt is of input type, width is of input type, and height is of input type. And then what I did was use an HTTP request node, as you can see here. And this node is very simple. You just have to enter the URL, or I just enter the URL of the service. All this information is on the Together pricing or the Together website. When you register to the site, you have $5 credits for all the models. So you can use this service for free for some time. Once you get started on this site, you have access to the dashboard, which is the one you can see here. You go to the dashboard and you can click on view keys to get your API key. In this specific case, as we are generated images, we can see all the information on the image playground. Right now I'm logged out. I have to log in. Okay, and in the specific case of the API, which is the case that we are using, we have to fill some information. The first data that we have to input is the prompt, which is asked to the user. We can specify the width and the height, and the other parameters that are steps and n, that are the number of generated images, I left as the defaults for not generate any problems, but you can modify the properties as you want. In my case, I just leave the three properties, the prompt, the width, and the height, so that the user can enter the information. So once that we know that information, in the website we have the URL which we can query in the curl section. We have here the API endpoint which we have to call to make a post request, as you can see on the screen. So this is the data that we are posting here. We have the post URL, which is this one we can see. The method is post, as you can see on the website. And then we have to specify the content type, because if we don't specify this data, we will have some errors. So you can see on the curl request that we are saying content type equals application JSON. So this is the data that we are inputting here in the content type. And then we have this section of body, which basically is the same body that we can see at the section that we have here. Just copy and paste this section of code and replace the parameters, the different data parameters that are the inputs, with the specific property that we are asked to. So once we made the request, we run the JS runner. It is a little more complicated because we need to extract some property which is B64 JSON data, and then I am building basically an image tag with the information that is a base64 string to show to the user as an EMG tag. And then we are returning this data, as you can see here. So basically, to this to work, I have to make a parse with JSON of the input. The input is the API request, which is the data that we received from a previous step. And once we convert this data, we simply go to the finished node. And in this finished node, we output as a template data processor, which is the response that we extract from the JavaScript node, which is basically the EMG tag that we can see here. So in order to this to work, we have to go to the keys. You have to create a new key, select a custom service, then on the domain you can input the same URL that we saw earlier, which is api.together.xyz. The connection type is a BERI token, and here on API key, you have to copy the key that we saw earlier on the dashboard, view keys, and you can copy this key and paste here on API key. That's all that you need to run this package. So we're going to run a test, run package. We can enter a prompt, for example, a Ferrari car running on a race. We can change the width and the height. Always be careful to attach to the different properties, size properties, which are the ones that we see on the dashboard. The maximum size is 1440. The minimum is 256. For the height, 256, and the same for the max height. So once that we know that, I'm going to select first the key, which is Together AI key in my case. I run the package, and after a few seconds, we can see the result on the generated image. I'm using this service because this service is really fast. You get a response really fast using the best model that is available today. So this is my package that I built. I hope you enjoy it.